Hello everyone, welcome to the sportiest stream. It's nice to see you. So many people coming on in, and yes, it is true. We've hit 1,000! We've hit 1,000 followers on this stream. My goodness, I can't thank you all so much for the support, especially recently. Seen a huge uptick recently with the amount of matches on the stream, but the amount of people who are here to support every single night. It's always such a blessing that I can do this and, I can still make so many other people so happy here tonight, but man, what a night it will be, as we've got 3 planned matches. 2 of them will be here with my friend of mine. You guys won't know who he is if you're newer to the stream, but a lot of you who have been sticking around for a while will have heard of the name Croutondust before. Hello,
It is
Crouton.
great to be back. I will tell you, it has been a while. I think, like you said earlier, it's been since the Score for Cure tournament, a long time ago. It's
Yeah.
definitely good to be back on the famous Sporty FC stream here.
The famous stream. I don't know if I'd call it that, but again, thank you so much. Yeah, it's been 166 days since we've since that Score for a Cure day 1, which was the last time we ever did commentary together. Ever since then, it's always been destined that we were going to join back, especially since a lot of people don't know this, but your start was on this stream for commentary, which man, it's so nice to see you have grown, and your stream actually looks a lot better than mine now. I'm not even joking.
Oh, you're exactly right. My first ever stream, period. My first ever cast. I mean, the first time I ever casted Rocket League ever was a duo cast with you a long time ago. At this point,
Yeah, I can't even remember what teams it was that we're playing. Um, what teams
I
was
think it
it?
was
What?
for IGL, wasn't it?
It was definitely IGL. I just don't know what teams we're playing. Man, it was a long time ago. But again, a crazy night there, crazy night here. As now up to play on the plate is Nola Flight Golden Clouds versus ALC for Los Champs. Week 2 here. And there's definitely a bit of a difference here. One of these teams is looking completely stacked and full up with players and a coach, and ALC here on the other side only has 3. An interesting kind of comparison between these 2 rosters.
Yeah, and as usual, Croutondust coming in here with limited information. I don't have much information on the 2 of these teams here, but I always say on my stream, I'm just looking for a good match no matter what.
As hey, look, we got a big raid coming in with Me is Cool coming at the rate of 21. Follow now coming in from Jew Craig. Thank you for the raid. By the way, everybody, I know you probably were hearing yesterday about me getting close to 1,000. We've surpassed 1,000 now, which again, thank you so much. So hey, we're here. I'm here with Croutondust. Another follow coming in from Inky1 Hydra. Thank you so much. You guys are so nice. And not Danny, but the follow. My goodness, we're getting a lot of follows here. I'm here with Croutondust, by the way, who's another fellow caster. He's got his stream at Croutondust_. Crouton, say hello to Be As Cool and his fan group.
Yeah, but 21's a really big rate there coming in. Good timing too. We've got a pretty nice match coming up here. Has made it just in time.
Again, yeah, I'm gonna get this. Let's get this one. Guys, if you don't know who Me Is Cool is, how dare you? You definitely need to go and give him some support. As again, welcome everybody. As again, welcome in. What a great time to be here, be supportive. Again, a prediction poll is also up for who you think will win this next matchup. Both these teams are 1-0 right now. Golden Clouds, ALC for Los Champs. We've seen a lot of Nola Flight on this stream recently. It's nice to see them on again, and so far, no fight. Their record on the stream has not been great. Their last 2 series that they played, they were 0-2 in, so they're hoping to get their first win on the stream tonight.
I gotta tell you, Sporty, I've got 3.2 tokens in your chat. It's taken a lot of self-control to not throw those into that prediction, but given my past as a caster curse causing caster, I think I might avoid doing that. I'll practice some self-control, and I won't put any points in that prediction. I'll just sit on my 3.2k here.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea, as well as we're going to go into the lobby here. Crouton, you're in the lobby, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool, let me... Oh, you know what? I forgot to send them the match info. Let me go send them the match info. I knew I forgot something. There we go. I kind of need this. I kind of need to send that to the players if they want to join. There we go.
That is an important step, I think.
Yeah. Just wise words coming from someone who's been doing commentary. And for me, for how long I've been doing this, I can't believe I forgot that. That is something that I probably shouldn't be forgetting with how often I am streaming, but Well, you know what happens. It's going to happen. It was going to happen at some point, wasn't it, Crouton?
I forget every single time. I always forget something, whether it's the pre-match info or putting the graphics together before the stream. Every time I forget something.
Ooh, the
No
graphics,
worries
that
there.
one's fun. You know, because if I ever forget to resize the team logos in the in game, which is the screen we're on right now, it will look really funny because the logos are either really big or really small, and so it looks really funny compared to it. But again, good and I in here was waiting. Again, I expect Nola Flight to get the majority of the votes here. Looks like it is right now from the corner of my eye. They are winning that prediction poll so far. But again, prediction polls just on popularity. Who's better in the field? That's a different question.
That is the answer to that question is what I'm very much looking forward to. And like you said, Golden Clouds there definitely have the edge on the chat vote there.
Again, as we're going to see both these teams playing here tonight. And it's interesting to note both of the skills here as, again, it's Nola Flight, Golden Clouds. It's going to be an all golden night, by the way. After this, we'll have, actually, let's go to the schedule, take a look at this. After this, we'll have Golden Eye Sports Golden Legion, Gold, versus WashedFC. No relation to SportyFC. Sorry, they have no relation to me. I don't know. That FC is not like a family name. And then later tonight, I'll be live again with Invicta Esports versus Dream Station Gold. Again, an all gold night right now. Yeah, there is a co-caster Nola Flight. His name's Croutondust. Go show him support on his Twitch. Twitch.tv/Croutondust_. Go show him support, guy. This guy is incredibly talented. Seriously, amazing guy. I don't know how I haven't worked with you more recently.
It is surprising, like you said, considering I got my very first ever start casting on your stream. It is surprising that how little we've crossed paths on the Rocket League casting side of things.
Well, yeah, after IGL season, I think because everything collapsed, it was kind of a scramble for yourselves kind of situation. You know how that felt.
Oh,
As,
yeah.
Again, what a... this is going to be a great night. Our first series will be a best of 5. Our second will be a best of... all will be a best of 5s here tonight, as we will be waiting for both teams to join.
We're gonna get to see just how rusty I am here at the old co-casting. Again, it has certainly been a while, like you said earlier. I think you gave the exact number, 160 something days.
166. It's been 166 days.
Yeah. There's gonna be a little bit of rust to knock off. Again, I'm a bit of a novice caster myself anyway, so I'll see if I can carry my side of things.
You're great. You trust in yourself. You'll do just fine. You'll be fine. There's also some follows coming in from Noodle and not Danny. Thank you all. I can't believe it. We're getting tons of follows here from that raid. Again, thank you, Mia's Cool, for the raid. Everybody go show him support. Mia's Cool 1122 on Twitch. Again, thank you so much, Mia's Cool. As again, we're just waiting on both these teams to join, and then we'll get the series started. Again, the info has been sent to both of them, and it's the same info I sent you. As hopefully they're joining in.
Well, in my experience, I don't know. I could probably count on one hand the amount of times both teams have shown up like perfectly on time, not a minute late or anything. So it would not be a Crouton affiliated cast if there wasn't a little bit of delay on the stream. I feel right at home as we're 2 minutes past the starting point here.
Also, by the way, you know, I think I made a mistake because I accidentally had the starting time at the wrong time. It's 8:15.
Ah, okay, that makes a little more sense.
As again, we're just gonna chill around, I guess. Then, right? We might as well talk.
Oh, yeah, nothing wrong with that.
You guys can stick around. We'll just wait around for it again. After this, we're going to very quickly be moving on to our next series in Golden Legion versus WashedFC, and that's a fun series because both of those teams are 3-0. So that would be fun in its own sense. Yeah, teams. They are powerful right now in the Golden Cup. They have not lost yet. That's going to change this week. Again, you know, at least we're on time and we're not late. That's always a good thing, right? Better to be on time than late.
Oh yeah, definitely. When there's a scheduled match to be casted, it's definitely better to be a little early.
Yep. Hey, we're here. As again, we're just gonna wait for them, but again, we can stick around. We might as well go off the screen because it doesn't really matter. And we'll go on to this one. Get prediction poll. I will actually I might actually reset it here. Who knows? Again, we're just gonna be waiting around here for We're gonna be waiting around for them, but again, Crouton, it's been incredible. Again, maybe we should go and do some research, see what actually the first series you did on my stream was, because that was back in like the IGL days.
Yeah, well, we go on a little bit of a Twitch safari here, way back in the archives.
Oh, I was actually gonna go and see if I could look on Twitter and see if I could find it there, not Twitch.
Oh, you go on a Twitter safari?
Well, that's because I had it listed on my Twitter.
That's a good point.
I mean, we have so much time, we might as well use it, right?
Oh yeah, that's why you're in charge. You have the good ideas.
Oh, definitely not. I might be good at school. I'm not that smart. I think you overestimate how smart I actually am. Trust me, if I was smart, I'd probably never chosen Rocket League as a video game to play anyways.
I
definitely wouldn't have mained 1v1s. I definitely wouldn't have mained 1v1s. No, I'm joking around, guys. But
You're a
I love
1v1
Rocket League.
main.
I love Rocket. And I used to be a 1v1 main. Back in like
I can't
I actually played 1v1s for Radiance for a time being.
Oh,
I actually won IGL in ones that season. That was the last season of the actual of IGL, so that was fun. But no, yeah, that was when I mained 1v1s. Again, no, I love Rocket League, but I think everybody in Rocket League can agree it's a tough one. It's tough. It's definitely not an easy game. It's definitely one that will test you. Yeah, now I'm gonna go back and see when was the first time I actually had you on my stream, because it was, again, Indie Gaming League. We did a ton of streaming before One Up Gaming. I know that. Sorry, not One Up Gaming, Scorefreaker. And then that turned into One Up Gaming.
There were definitely a couple there before that.
Yeah, it was. Like, One Up Gaming was... Where in the world is it? I'll find it. That's... Oh,
Actually, that's another kind of milestone that happened during that Scorefreaker as well. Was my very first solo cast ever on that day too.
Yeah, it was your first ever time streaming on the now famous Croutondust stream.
Yeah, very famous.
Yeah, very famous. Again, you gotta go support him. He knows what he's doing. He knows his stuff. Again, I'm gonna see if I can find that. I can definitely where is it? Because I'll find it. I'll 100% find it soon enough, because I know what season of Indie Game League it was in. I was only in for 2, so it's not that hard to remember which one was which.
Well, so that Scorefreaker was in November, right? Early November?
I think you're right on that.
It probably would have been around like somewhere in October that we did those first sort of initial streams.
We'll see. Again, I'm checking around. I'm mostly looking to see when the first time you actually played on my stream, because I remember you contacting me right after you played.
True. That's true.
Was it your match against Bill's Mafia? Maybe it might have been you against Bill's Mafia in around the 16.
It might.
That was when you lost.
Yeah, I think so.
That was very blunt. That was when you lost. I think I found it. I think it was Energy Infinite White versus Risky Shots back in August 31st.
August 31st, even earlier than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Wow. Way back.
Again, before that, it was you versus Bill's Mafia. I'm gonna go scroll back and see if you were... Nope, you're on the stream even before that. My goodness, because you're on even before you on August 28th when Strikers Chaos played No Hank Just Boys.
I remember that name.
That was No Hank Just Boys. That was a fun run they had. Again, I'm still looking to see.
I can't believe it was August. I thought for sure it would have been a little later, like October. I thought.
Yeah.
I got a couple casting miles on me then. I didn't know it was that far back.
Yeah, we'll find it. We're going to find the first time you're ever on my stream.
I'll tell you what though, the best Rocket League related decision I made was leaving the competitive scene. You know, IGL leaving my I'll go in the booth any day rather than on the field.
Really? You should definitely argue that now. You should make an argument for that. Why? I've never heard you say that before, honestly.
I don't. It's definitely not out of the question that I would be that I might get back into the scene one of these days. Now that there's some pretty solid leagues like PCS and that out, it's not out of the question. There's plenty of leagues too.
Yeah, there's tons of leagues. You're not gonna have an issue with finding a league.
You're not
gonna have an issue with finding a league to join. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
Is what league to join.
Options.
You'll find one. I'm looking to see. First time you on my stream might have been against with. Nope, you streamed even before that. You streamed early August there. I'm still looking around. Because, let's see. Apparently you also did Ascension X versus Dysfunctional, August 13th.
Oh wow.
That was for up and
Way
coming.
back.
Yeah, that was not even IGL. That was up and coming. They did one before that. So we're now going into we're now in very early August. Okay, let's see. Wait, was it ever before? Again, I'm trying to see what actually was. Okay. There's one
I
there.
believe somebody has redeemed something in your chat and they would like you to notice them.
Did notice them? There's hello Void Quartz. Hello, how you doing? How you doing there, Void Quartz? How's your night been going so far? Again, we actually started the stream a little too early, so we're waiting for both these teams to join in. Again, my bad. Oh, now follow coming in from Velazy. Thank you, Velazy, for the follow. Welcome to Sporty Stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I actually don't
doing
know.
a little bit of a history work here while we wait. We're
Yeah, I'm
going
trying to
way
find the
back
first
into
stream I
the
ever did with
archives.
you. Because the thing is, it would be, oh, you're frozen. I am not frozen. I am just very still right now. I'm definitely not frozen. There you go. No, I'm not frozen.
Yeah, get some movement in there.
Yeah, I can't be so static. Let's see. Because yeah, it was definitely like you can definitely agree. It was the last season. It was last season of IGL was when you first joined my stream. I actually think your first matchup on my stream might have actually not even been a IGL match.
I think it was the up and coming. I think it was the very
It was up
first
and
thing I
coming. It
did.
was up and coming cup. That was the first time you did it.
That sounds right.
It was yeah, that was Python. Roses. No, it was IGL. It was MPG The Boys versus Ronin.
Ah.
The Boys versus Ronin apparently might have been your first one. August 8th.
Oh, because I remember now. You had a co-caster, I believe, on our match on my when I was playing in IGL. I think you brought on a co-caster, and I was like,
Ooh.
oh, I'm interested. I'll try out. See, and you were gracious enough to let me join on as a completely newbie caster.
Yes, there's now Golden Clouds have joined. Hello, Golden Clouds. They have now joined the
Oh,
lobby.
everybody's in, I think.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness, that's interesting. Yeah, let me take a look.
Oh,
August.
no. It's just a bunch of people from the same team. I've misinformed you. They all have the same tag, so that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
You know why? Because it was when Python was on my stream when you guys
That's
played
right.
Thick
Yep.
Mouthfeel.
That's
That was the
right.
first time
Yeah.
you ever my stream, and then you're like, you know what, I should join.
Yep.
So it was
I should
August
be thanking Python.
8th.
He gave me the idea to reach out to you.
Yeah, Python. I don't actually don't know what Python's doing nowadays. Actually, haven't chatted with him in a while. Definitely could. August 8th. I'm gonna scroll back. How many months ago was August? That was a long time ago. January, December, November, October, September. Ooh, that's like 6 months ago.
Yeah, so half the year it's been since my very first the
Hey!
first ever time I spoke into a microphone.
I don't know if that's supposed to be sarcastic. Alright, man.
Well, I mean, on a stream at least.
I mean, fair. Let me see if I can find it actually. Because again, it was. Okay, I'm trying to find its proximity to a different series. It was before that one. There it is. I found it. Let's see if again, what's fun is we haven't really changed all too much as casters. I don't think.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. The only thing that's really changed about my casting is I just bought a fancy overlay. About it.
Nice. Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know
big
how much
follow.
improving I've really done.
Hey there, Dr. Alofa. Thank you so much for the follow. And I'm checking that. Seeing if okay, I'm trying to see if that is.
Well,
Yeah.
2 of the members for ALC are now in the lobby.
Wow. Everybody's in, isn't it?
There are currently 10 people in the lobby.
Nice. That's just got a full lobby going. Okay, I'm trying to see if I am actually right. And prediction poll is now closed. So you guys got all your votes and hopefully. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm trying to see if... Wow, actually, you on that matchup, apparently you've... ironically, I'm trying to see if maybe that was the first time you were on my stream, but maybe not, actually. Because I said nothing about it being, like, your first time or anything. But anyways, let's just, let's get in game, right? I'm gonna stop reminiscing about the past here.
I know for sure it was the match immediately following when Python was co-casting with you on our.
Ah, okay, then it must have been that one then, because...
Yep, I think so.
Maybe I'll just have to go back and watch it again later, but we'll do that some other time. Let's get in the series here. We're gonna be a little early here, but then again, I also messed up on the start time, so whatever. Everybody's in now. It's Nola Flight Golden Clowns. Clowns? Did I just say clowns? Nola Flight Golden Clouds. I still can't speak. No matter how long I've been doing commentary, that is always true about me. I can't speak, and that is really embarrassing. They're playing ALC. I can't believe I called them clowns. Nola Flight, you are not clowns. I promise you that. As we're gonna get into this best of 5, we just gotta forget about what I said there. Don't even mention it. Don't worry. When we go to the YouTube video, it's going to be completely censored out. As if I know anything about editing. Here, as this best of 5 gets to its start. Nola Flights on the blue, ALC on the orange. Both of them 1-0 right now. They're looking to advance to 2-0. As the LOS, an interesting system. I should probably explain it to you, Croutondust, since you're not familiar with it. It's actually a Swiss system. As, yeah, no, that's, so free wins, you go in. Free losses, you're out. Meaning you're going to want to get those wins as quickly as possible, and the more wins you have, the higher up on the rankings you are, and obviously seeding important to the playoffs, but also just to get yourself out of the groups quickly. It's a lot better for you to get out of groups quickly, because then you get those few weeks to prepare for the playoffs.
So what you're saying is every single match counts here, and we're going to see that reflected on the play here during the remaining 4 minutes of the match. As we're a whole minute into the match already.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong about that one. It's Tonto here, looking for the first one. There it goes. It's ALC to strike first.
I'm going to say it's an early lead here off the back of Tonto for ALC. Just a minute 10 into the match, we already find the first slot. Courtesy, like I said, of Tonto there.
Yep, as again, game 1 here. A good start for ALC. Looking for another one. Tonto off the back wall. Asterion will clear it away now. Down the field, Conrad waiting. He'll clear it back out. Chemo waiting himself. Conrad's touch doesn't go very far away, but it slows down this play of Golden Clouds. And I mean, ultimately, as a defender, you like to do that, especially since slowing the play down, you can because so often on defense you get outpaced. As no one's back there. Speaking of outpaced, no one was back for Golden Clouds, as ALC will get their second goal here, as I thought someone was definitely going to be back. My camera was stuck on Tonto there, but Sockadok got an open net to shoot on.
Yeah, off the back of a really awkward touch for Chemo, just a bit of a mistouch there. Sockadok has no issue finding the net on that one. Open as could be in the backfield. Speaking of Sockadok, off the back wall here, almost had something going there. Tonto now to play it.
Chemo. Bounce by Sockadok out towards the corner. Right now, it kind of feels like a boom game for Nola Flight, as they just can't keep possession, but that's a chance. Almost in. Chemo now off the back wall. But now, miscommunication. Chemo doesn't get through Sockadok, and now offense back for ALC towards the net. Stopped by Chemo. Now his boost is stolen. Tonto back post and in. Hits the crossbar along the way. But ultimately, that shot was truthful, and that shot had some power behind it.
3-0 here, not even halfway into the match, and we're already 3-0 for ALC. It's a pretty strong start, and I think you hit the nail on the head. They're kind of playing one-touch Rocket League here. Nobody's willing to take control and get a couple, get control of it, really. It's just boom the ball and see where it goes.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good way to describe right now what Nola Flight is doing. It could, and again, there could be a lot of factors into it. It is just game 1 after all. And so many teams play so differently in game 1 than they do in their couple games, especially when they are able to adapt to the play style. In best of 5, you have to adapt quickly, so a lot of times, the team that loses game 1, especially if they lose badly, you will start to see some pretty big changes for them, and hence why actually losing the first game does not usually mean a team is out. In fact, a lot of teams play really well after they lose that first game, so we'll see if if Nullified is one of them. Although, again, there's still a disadvantage with losing that first game. You don't want to be the team there, but Nullified, I mean, they still have a chance of coming back, but time is not going to become their friend.
Oh, no, definitely not. We're already down to 2 minutes here. Golden Clouds right now in a bit of trouble, and even more trouble as Tonto puts his third in the net. That's 4 up for ALC. Again, and minute 53 on the clock, like you said, every second that takes off of there is just a little more difficult for Golden Clouds to come back in this one. They're on a slippery slope.
Yeah, that goal is going to make it a lot more difficult for them. Time now, it's again, 3 goals was doable. 4 seemingly impossible here for Golden Clouds, as they've not even been able to get a single goal themselves. That one cleared back by Panda. Panda now down the field. Doc trying to hold control. Panda nearby, but now that touch goes over Asterion. And it's offense for ALC as they take advantage of these weird midfield positions that seems like Golden Clouds put themselves in, where sometimes these back passes, these plays towards each other just don't seem to be what everybody's on. It seems like they're not on the same page here.
We were spending a lot of time in front of that blue net. Finally, we get it clear into the orange half of things here. Sock the Doc to 50 this one away. Good 50 there. They're going the right direction, our Golden Clouds. They're looking for a goal here on ALC. The first that they're going to need. They're going to need a few, as you can probably see based on that scoreboard. This one might be in. Ooh, is it in? It is in. Just barely. I thought they were going to get unlucky on that rollout.
Yeah, he touched off the back wall from Chemo, and Sock the Doc, he's stuck on the sidewall there. And in a lot of situations on the sidewall, it's really good if you're actually in a position on the sidewall if it goes off the back wall. The problem was it was a low touch. It was right by him. That's a tough one for him to read. He's in a position where he just is not going to be able to hit that. And Golden Clouds will get their first goal of the series. Now with about a minute remaining, looking to get a second, just add at least something for them to take away here in game 1. Infield, Chemo, there's number 2. And now Golden Clouds have set up a possibility for them to come back. They have so much offense right off the kickoff.
Who says 4 minutes in is too late to go for a comeback? That seems to be the tactic here for Golden Clouds. They've waited a while. This is very I hate to go back again to the past, but this is a very SNRF-esque game as they have waited for the last minute to start going in.
No one knows that team. That team was playing in Indie Gaming League 6 months ago. My goodness. Yeah. Old memories. As I think unlike SNRF, this Golden Clouds team is a lot more aggressive in nature. A lot more solo play oriented, a lot more mechanical oriented. They're using this high up aerial play, trying to foot in the back wall, but ALC is, again, started off with such a good start. It's going to be very tough to lose it, but chance now for Panda off the back wall. Asterion doesn't beat Conrad, and now they have to score now or it's never for Golden Clouds in game 1. That touch from Sockdock will get rid of any momentum they had. As now, this one will end. Wait a second, though. 1 second, Crouton. I'd be impressed if this happens.
Refuse to give up here.
Yeah, they 1 second left. If they score this, I'm literally leaving. And I'm literally going to have you do the rest of the whole series. All right?
Good on Panda for making something out of nothing there, getting that center. The shot was good, but Panda really created that, and it will end. You can stay in your seat, Sporty.
I have to stay on the stream now. Unfortunately, I have to stay here. Or fortunately, I guess. It's a good series, though. A great game 1 is a lot closer in the end than I think what it really was in the middle of that game, because the first 4 minutes, it was all ALC.
Oh, they had a 3-goal lead in the first minute and a half of the game. And then all of a sudden, like you think, NF Golden Clouds, they came back with a lot of force, but of course, they couldn't quite make it to the finish line there with 1 second left.
And now we'll be moving on to our second game here in this series. So far, a strong start for ALC again. Up 4 goals, so up 4 goals in the lead. They almost lost it, though. What was it about Golden Clouds, Crouton, that allowed them to come back and just continue to put on pressure? Because the final minute, it seemed like something of theirs clicked.
I think the entire issue they were having at the beginning is just kind of that first game jitters. You get in there, you're not too comfortable overcommitting. You're always worried about if you should be back or not. But as the seconds ticked off the clock, they realized that they had no choice but to go offensive. And once they really started going, they could drive some goals in once they stopped worrying about defense.
It's now game 2 here. Some substitutions coming in from Nola Flight, as this one, speaking of it, both the subs getting involved. Citrus and Godless moving into this game, and already both of them connect for a playoff field.
talk about a grand entrance for both of the sub-ins here. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better start for the subs. ALC stuck with the same 3 players, of course. They don't have any subs to speak of. Hopefully hopefully for ALC at least, so these new 2 players aren't too much of a hurdle for them.
I mean, recently on this stream we saw a matchup between Astral Bebop and Ignition Academy. Astral Bebop got demolished in Game 1. Quite similarly to how we saw Golden Clouds losing Game 1, and then they subbed in 2 different players, completely redefined their roster, and ever since then, they literally won 3 games straight. They didn't look like they were ever going to lose the series after that, so this is what Golden Clouds are hoping to have happen, but those substitutions, it really does depend on the team. But right now, a great start for them. Citrus will score. He made the assist in the first goal, and now his great work has been paid off with one for himself.
You can see just how awkward that defense for ALC is. You saw Tonto on that sidewall, couldn't get control of it. It slipped just right through him, and there's nothing those last 2 defenders could have done, as both players just descended on the net. That's something I can already tell you with these 2 new players subbed in. Much more offensive team now for Golden Clouds.
They're a much more successful as team as well. I feel like it's a lot of it is a continuation from what they did at the end of Game 1. They looked just more confident. At the start of Game 1, they looked extremely tentative. They didn't look very confident in themselves, and ultimately I thought it is ALC to march upfield, get those goals. Now a different kind of mentality is formed on this team. No longer are they just throwing the ball upfield. Instead, they're having 2 players play up so aggressively into this final third just for these chances, as that one just wide from Citrus. Now Zocdoc trying to get it clear, pinched by Chemo, as this one will go up the sidewall. Tonto maybe looking infield for Zocdoc, stopped by Godless. ALC trying to find a goal back here, infield again. That one's wide. ALC continuing to challenge the nets, but it doesn't go in until the demo comes through. And ALC, that is where the demo plays come in handy.
Tonto cuts the lead in half. I was gonna say as well, as we were kind of moving in from match 1, Tonto seemed to be the best player on the field, at least for that first match. Finally, we see him kind of come alive after 2 minutes of waiting in this one. I was waiting to see him score one. Finally gets one. Maybe too little too late, as I think Golden Clouds have got some decent momentum coming in here. Good bump. Yeah. Oh, it's a team bump, actually. The car's orange. I saw that's a team bump. Awkward stuff. Find him in. Good touch there for Chemo. He touches it across.
Yeah, but still, offense now for ALC. Putting the pressure on, and for them, they're going to hold the midfield as strong as they can towards the net, saved by Chemo. As that one almost found its way in. Now a miss from Chemo, but Citrus. And again, it's a bit of a bad touch there, is now in the midfield. 2 commit, but they get the ball away. Tonto jumping. He can really only keep the ball ahead of his car for so long before the offense starts arriving here towards the sidewall. Godless. Maybe infield towards Chemo. Chemo! Crossbar and out. Maybe a follow-up play. Zocdoc now. Demo's raining across the field, but so far it's still tied.
You saw that passing play coming down for Golden Clouds was really, really nice looking. They just couldn't get the finish on it, just barely off the post, off the crossbar rather. Some offense coming in now. Speaking of the crossbar, this one dropping down. Tonto couldn't quite get to it. Zocdoc back now, right back into the corner. See if they can get something going again. Good touch for Chemo. Might be awkward though. You're thanking your lucky stars for Godless there if you're Golden Clouds for clearing that one away.
Again, only a 1-goal lead for Golden Clouds. Looking to add insurance. That's off the crossbar. In front for Godless. And that will help Golden Clouds secure this lead even more. As again, they're finding these infield passes and they're connecting with them well. It's one thing to have the pass, it's another thing to shoot on top of it. They've been doing both.
Oh yeah, the passing plays are really starting to come through for Golden Clouds. They need to build on that too. So I sometimes you see teams, they get these really nice passing plays, but they get a little shook and they go back to solo playing. It's really important that you continue that sort of chemistry on the field, and you don't try to hero the whole thing yourself.
Is now off the back wall. ALC trying to push everything up. Last game we saw Golden Clouds make a massive, almost comeback in the final minute. This one a little more palatable for ALC. As now off the back wall from Zocdoc. Infield play, Chemo. Gets a touch on it. That one gets through the last defender. Conrad. I mean, he is not on a rush there to get to that ball. Is now this one over the net. Godless trying to challenge Tanto, and right now for Golden Clouds, it's just a game of keep away.
This one past Kimo. Ooh, oh, past Citrus as well. This could be dangerous. ALC hunting. They still need 2 more. 40 seconds to do it. This one dropping down. Good touch away. The defender back into the corner now. That shot not on Kimo to clear it away. But with a little bit of control, Kimo he does get that 50 win over Tanto, but it's a little awkward.
Now off the sidewall. Less than 30 seconds here, but ALC down the field, looking for the net. That's off the crossbar. Tanto, second effort, stopped by Citrus. And ALC really put all their eggs in that basket. And it's now overflowed, but they still look for it. Tanto, that one's wide. Sock the dock off the back wall again. Infield, no one waiting. Time has run out, and so too have the chances of ALC winning this game.
That is a rough second match for ALC. They were looking really good coming off the back of that game 1. Apparently, bringing in Godless and Citrus there, what a duo they turned out to be. They were tearing up the field for most of that. ALC just, I gotta say, their ALC's offense, and maybe it is just 2 new players for Golden Clouds making it difficult, but the offense really seemed lacking from them. 5 shots total. That's nothing compared to what they had the first time around. Certainly nothing quality-wise either.
Yeah, again, definitely a different game here. You saw Nola Flight. Again, kind of a continuation of what they did last game, except this time they've done it for the entirety of the game. And obviously, they look a lot better here. If they can continue to recreate this kind of play, it is going to be very difficult for LC to keep up. Because as we saw from last game, they really struggled there when they couldn't get the offense and the lead that they wanted.
Oh, absolutely. As it stands, Nola Flight is prime to just take the rest of this one pretty easy if they can continue that level of play. But that's considering if ALC doesn't kind of start to get used to this new play style with the 2 new players. It's not inconceivable that ALC does wake up to this a little bit and start getting some plays of their own.
Well, again, last game, the question was how would Golden Clouds make their adjustments. They did it with substitutes. ALC doesn't have that same option. But still, the 3 of these players still can adapt, and ultimately that itself is an even more important resource, is that ability to adapt. You don't even have to worry about substitutes in that situation if you can adapt to what is playing out in front of you. As right now, the start of this game for ALC, a bit defensive, but when I take their time getting out of defense, I don't want to panic, they don't want to rush anything. As they find a breakaway towards the back corner. As now Tanto, he's looking in front, he can't get the second touch, cleared away by Nola Flight.
The offense for ALC is just falling apart. Now, again, now they're a little awkward on defense, too. The whole thing has kind of crumbled for them. They're not nearly as solid on the ball as they were in the first game. A good save there. They're getting these touches now coming in, but again, I'm a little worried for ALC just off the back of that one offensive attempt they had. Wait a minute, this one flying into net. Kimo there just in time. Good save there.
Kimo prevents a goal and a caster curse at the same time.
Thanks, Kimo.
I saw that shot going out there, and I was about to say, oh no, Crouton's back, and the myth on this stream continues where caster curses only happen to the people who join my stream, and never to me myself. I don't get it. I don't caster curse that often. But my co-casters, even if they have had no real history of it, they find a way. I don't get it. But again, no goals yet this game. As again, it just feels like a much slower pace here from these teams. As they'll see, I mean, they're trying to play the slow pace right now, and they're definitely trying to use it to beat out Nola Flight just by putting in really smart high IQ plays.
If ALC are looking for, well, they're looking for a shot currently, but if they're looking for something they can really physically change on the field, I would say Godless has been a real issue for them. If they're looking to get a little dirty, I would say just start taking Godless off the field. He has been probably the #1 issue. Here's Kimo with a shot. Is it on net? Not on net. The 50 or the double, I should say. Not there either. Just barely off.
Yeah, chance there. Again, you're not going to get those kind of opportunities very often if you know the flight, but what is worse for them has been the infield passes. Speaking of them, that's another, and it will find its way in, albeit Kimo will have to thank one of his opponents for that one.
I believe Tanto was left with no options. Heroic effort there to get that one out. That's about all you could do in that situation. Just not quite mechanically there to get that one out. That is a 1-up, almost halfway into the match. Like you said, very slow-paced match, especially compared to the last 2, I would say. Godless right off the face-off with an opportunity. For Godless, are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness, Godless right off the kickoff Look at the angle on that. We're gonna need to get our protractors and go back to algebra. How in the world does he fit that one in? What a shot from Godless.
I told you they need to start taking that Godless off the field. You can't let him get away with that. Here's Chemo up as well. Good 50. Way up early is Conrad there. Good read. Godless again. Get that player away from the ball if you know what's good for your ALC.
Oh my. Now Citrus towards the net off the back wall. Doc with the clear, but Chemo towards the field. Tonto will hit it to the side. And now that Godless double tap seems to have breathed new life into Nola Flight. As I think they're just trying to, I think they're right now noticing this kind of slower pace, and what they're doing with it is they're saying, well, whenever we get the ball, we'll play a little faster.
I think you're exactly right. That ridiculous play for Godless has seemingly broken the seal on this match. It has busted this match wide open. We've got shots coming in everywhere. Here's a possible shot opportunity for Conrad. Good control of the ball, plenty of boost, but the defender up early for Nola Flight.
Yeah, my goodness. Citrus trying to make it free towards, and it will be in. Great placement from Citrus. Nola Flight, Golden Clouds, looking to take game 3 here, as again, a lot like last game, they take more and more control as time goes on.
And the midfield has seemingly completely disappeared. We're playing goal to goal Rocket League right now. It's shot after shot. But we're not taking a whole lot of time to stop and play around a midfield. Here's Godless again off the faceoff. Get him out of there.
Oh,
he's
done
scoring
it again! He's done it again! Godless with another double tap. Not nearly as incredible as the first, but still, look at the car control on Godless. I mean, if he's hitting it twice in one game, you know that that is not just a fluke, it's consistency.
ALC, I'm not your coach, but get Godless off the ball. You got to do something. He is. Oh, and there's another shotgunner for Chemo. The rest of Golden Clouds right now, that's part of the issue that ALC is dealing with. It's not just Godless. The whole of Golden Clouds is playing very well. Here's Godless out of the corner. Center opportunity, really good clear, but of course Chemo's up. Look at him go. Good control too. Plenty of boost as well. Almost a shot in.
My goodness. Nola Flight, Golden Clouds, 4-0. They are looking to add more. Sock to Doc trying to clear it. Tonto up as well. Citrus, maybe a 5th. It will be. Nola Flight, Golden Clouds. If you had any doubts in them, I think it's all gone in this game.
2 goals on 2 shots for Citrus. I haven't been giving Citrus enough credit. I've been saying Chemo and Godless name a lot. Citrus has been a really nasty player as well. Again, the whole of Nola Flight right now is playing incredibly well, and ALC is catching the short end of the stick on all these plays.
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of easy to get overshadowed when Godless is hitting double taps like that. That's still, like, what Citrus is doing is, like, super impressive for a player, and would probably be enough to actually even win this game on its own with how well this team has been playing, and how good they've been able to keep their offense, but, I mean, everybody's just been playing well. There's no one play to look at now. Citrus almost got a hat-trick off the Doomsy dish. Godless in the corner. Will roll its way around in front. Miss from Conrad. Godless will complete the hat-trick here. 6-0, Nola Flight Golden Clouds will take this game, and they'll take it in a very, very confident fashion.
This has been absolutely brutal since the first second for ALC. Nola Flight has just run away with this one in every way possible. It's not just 6-0 on the scoreboard. It's also just really, really one-sided on the field as well. Sometimes you see the score be pretty wide apart. Sometimes it's just a pretty close match. Not in this one. This has just been all Nola Flight all the time. Mostly Godless all the time. Godless, wait a minute. We're going to see a last-second goal here. No good on the shot. It will be cleared away.
I actually think it's not Godless who you would actually want to focus on. Sure, he's got those crazy goals. He's been the kind of the spirit of this offense, but I don't think you're talking enough about Chemo. He was kind of the facilitator. He sat back a little bit more than his teammates. He had 7 shots. I mean, again, everybody, sitting back for Nola Flight Golden Clouds isn't the sitting back that you're thinking of. It's playing super aggressively anyways, but this whole team, I mean, everybody worked well. And while Godless had some incredibly insane clips there in that game, it wasn't like he was just setting the world on fire. He had teammates there who were, like him, arsonists in that sense.
Oh, no, absolutely. And to your point, I'll give you a little stat here, as I've done before. Chemo, the only player on the field to have at least 1 point in every single column, a goal, an assist, a save, and a shot, multiple of each, obviously. The only player to do it all that match. I think you hit the nail on the head. The facilitator, the playmaker, Chemo is on the Golden Cloud's offense.
As now, a raid coming in from Cobra Warrior with the raid of 8. How was your stream, Cobra? Hopefully it was fun. Hopefully you had some exciting matches. As here with me is the eloquent voice of Croutondust. You're doing some commentary after a long amount of time having not been on the stream together. It's nice to be back with some names that you remember fondly. As right now, Nola Flight Golden Cloud's only one game away from winning this series here in LOS Champs. What a pinch, though, from Panda, trying to get the offense. Panda's back in, by the way, with Godless and Citrus. And if that, they have removed Chemo. So again, I think they're just trying to put in a rotation here for Golden Cloud, just trying to see what work. I mean, at this point in the series, with how well Citrus and Godless are playing, you might as well test every roster you have possible, right?
Oh, absolutely. But after all that, after we just talked about how well Chemo played, they've subbed him out. But I do think this is kind of a heads-up play for Nola Flight. Just keep ALC confused. They don't know how Panda plays. They know how Chemo plays now. He's been in every game. Bring Panda back in and shake things up. I think that's a genius play for Golden Clouds right now.
I think it's more so them trying to test things, trying to see if they can make their roster, which has already been scary, even better. As here's Godless, and into the open net is Godless. Nola Flight start off with a lead once again.
And again, Godless isn't the only person getting it done, but Godless has been one heck of a thorn in the sides of ALC since the second he touched down on the field. He has been a monster. Not just the fancy doubles or anything, but most of the goals have come in one way or another off the back of Godless. Here he is with a possible shot again, but no good on that attempt.
Citrus towards the midfield. Conrad will clear it away. So far, LC, they haven't had a response yet to the pressure that Nola Flight have been giving them. As now, Citrus towards the corner. Infield, Sockdox missed and out a bump. Panda, that's wide. Follow up from Godless. He'll be beat by Conrad. Conrad maybe. Can't get the final shot against Citrus. And now down the field again is Godless. Tanso off the sidewall. He won't jump for it. It'll be Godless to beat him out. Now a shot from Citrus. Panda trying to emulate Godless play off the back wall. In for Godless. And Godless will tuck it in towards the bottom left corner.
I've just noticed something as well. We're focusing, and rightfully so, we're focusing a lot on the offense here for Nola Flight, but their defense, in the rare event that ALC can get past that front line, they are shutting them down instantly on these shots. You saw how quick Godless got back and turned that one around on the one clear ALC had that entire round. Pretty impressive on both sides of the field, or all three members for Golden Clouds right now.
Yeah, as they continue their offensive onslaught. It feels like this duo of Godless and Citrus are just so scary on offense. Because once Godless does something crazy, then everybody focuses on him. But Citrus himself has a really good mentality, just being aggressive, not leaving the play. That's one of the things he's persistent on offense. And with that kind of tenacity of both these players, it means that you can't really focus on just one. Sure, Godless this series has been playing out of his mind, but from what I've seen from Citrus in this series, he too is definitely a weapon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The whole of Nola Flight, including the player that isn't on the field right now, Chemo, every single player we've seen from Nola Flight, they're just playing like a well-oiled machine. They play very well together off the back of each other. You saw, look at Panda pick that up immediately from Citrus, and now Godless picks it up from Panda. It's just one after the other. That's how they're keeping this pressure, keeping this offense now in front of the net. Nobody home on that one.
Yeah.
But that seems to be the story.
I think the only thing that this team is maybe susceptible for, as a goal will come in from Sockdock with a high aerial play. I was going to say, the only thing that might be susceptible for Nola Flight is that slow start that they had in Game 1. Because we saw it in Game 3, they seem to start a bit slow in games. If they don't get a goal early, then it seems to start to really make this team weaker, and they seem to kind of slow down. I think that's the only weakness I really have seen from Golden Clouds so far this series.
I think you're exactly right. They do have trouble when they're playing from behind, but luckily for them, that's a very rare occurrence. Like you said, it was only a few times very early on in a couple of the matches when they kind of had to play from behind. But once they get confidence and once they get a lead going, it's impossible to shut them down. ALC, all credit to them though, they're holding them at only one up right now, doing very well to hold this onslaught down.
Yeah, but they're going to need another one, ALC, and so far their offense has had less than favorable outcomes so far against Nola Flight, as Nola Flight has really, their best defense has been their offense. Conrad down the field. Now two players will get the clear. Citrus looking for a final touch, stopped by Sockdock. Hanso Doesn't touch this one very well, but it will still go to Saktadak. Up the field, ALC. With 60 seconds remaining now, what could be the last 60 seconds of this game if they don't get something to go for them soon. Conrad around the wall. In front for Citrus, stopped by Saktadak. As Nola Flight, Golden Clouds keep their 1-goal lead, but ALC looking to answer back. Panda clears. Godless down the field, and the speed of Godless will allow Golden Clouds to get insurance late in this game.
Unfortunate here for ALC. I really felt it. I thought they were getting some pressure going there on that blue back line. They were pushing it really hard, but the unfortunate thing there is if a player like Godless can find a hole, there's no way he's missing that shot. Sends it all the way uncontested into the orange net. That is not what they were looking for. Just over 30 seconds now. That's a hard ask for a couple of goals that you need. Almost widen the gap even more. Here's Godless again, puts it back in. Saktadak could clear away there, but somebody's got to be hunting. It's Panda hunting this time. Shot in, but not on. Tonto on it now.
Nola Flight, even when they're leading by 2, even in a situation where you would expect a team like them to play defensively, they are not doing that. They're doing the exact opposite. It just seems like they're playing even more aggressively, trying to give no time at all for ALC. There's now a pinch that will end the series here. Nola Flight had a slow start in game 1, but after that, it was smooth sailing.
And then they find almost another goal. Godless almost puts another one in at the very last second. Couldn't quite get it off that 0 seconds. Man, what a game for Nola Flight all the way through. Again, they had a rough go game 1. Once they brought in Godless and Citrus, it was lights out for ALC the whole way through.
Yeah, and you saw even at the end of game 1, I don't think it was just because of Godless, but you can see this whole team, they definitely all could do it because, you know, at the end of game 1, we saw hints of them being able to do what they did on that first roster. Obviously, they made the change, so we'll never truly know what it was like for them, even if they did, you know, even if they did stick with that roster, we would, you know, I'd want to know what it would be like for them. But again, I know these guys. I think they're looking for an interview, so we'll see if we can get one for them. Let me see. Let me ask. Well, again, what a series here. As
I think that is something we haven't really touched on. Is we got to see flashes of the explosive power of that roster just based on how they almost came back game 1 after being down so far, and it was kind of the first sign of something they could do.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go move to my server here. I have a channel. We can talk with them. So let's move to my server. You have my server, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's join in. I'll move you in. And a big win for Nola Flight. As there we go. Everything's good now. We're back. There, we got Crouton back in here.
Good to be back.
Again, a big win for Nola Flight. If you guys again want to know about the next series coming up, we're not even going to go for a break for it at this point because there is no reason to. It will be Golden Sports Golden Legion versus WashedFC for the Golden Cup. It will be another interesting series and another one of the teams that have been playing really well. 3-0 for both of them. This should be a fun series where both these teams are really going to get themselves tested. Because again, for them, they so far have had pretty good results, but they again against each other. This is going to be a close one, I think, between GHG, Golden Legion, and Washed.
If it's anything like that last one, it'll be fun to watch no matter what.
Yeah, maybe it will. Yeah, I'm sure it will be an exciting series to say the least. As again, here with us now is Godless with a 3-1 win. You guys are now 2-0. What a start for Golden Clouds. It couldn't have been any better for you.
Yeah, bro, it was a great game. I'm not gonna lie. Started a little rough, but we pulled it together in the end. And it's great to be 2-0. It feels great.
I am interested to know what was your thoughts coming in as the sub coming into game 2? How did you feel to have such a ridiculous momentous start to that game?
It felt great, man. Today felt like a great day. I'm not gonna lie. When we were practicing, I just felt great, and I felt like I could hit anything. That's what I was feeling like. The team play was there. The shots were there. A few crossbars, but I was typically able to sweep in.
Yeah, I also want to add about this as well. Let's talk about game 3. You went crazy in game 3. 2 double taps. That first one was something I did not expect.
I was
you
right before I hit
you
it.
yeah, you talked. You
before
said
I
you're
hit
playing
it.
well. You're playing extremely well. Just how does the mentality help you out? Because obviously we've seen it helps you out so well.
Oh, I've played a lot of Rocket League events, and having a good mentality is honestly what can make and break games. If you go in feeling good, then there's a good chance you're going to come out feeling good and come out with a good W. So having a great mentality definitely helps a lot. And it definitely helped me, as you saw with the double touches.
I think that's a big part of the ridiculous offense you guys are having. It just looks like you guys are having fun. I think like that definitely helps, like you said. I do have to kind of ask you, how do you feel coming out of it now? We talked about how you were feeling going in, but on the back side of it, are you relieved? Was it kind of as difficult of a match as you thought it would be? How are you feeling coming out of that?
Yeah, honestly, our recently with LOS, it's been pretty tough. So I knew that it was not going to be an easy game, and by all means, it was not an easy game. We had to fight for that W for sure. So props to the enemy for that. But yeah, it felt great coming out. A big relief, and I feel great about myself and the team. The team did awesome.
Yeah, of course. Again, big win. Do you have any shoutouts, any final messages for us, or the stream, concerning your performance, concerning the organization, just considering anything? The time is yours to kind of give any last messages.
Yeah, so far I had a great time overall, and thanks for having us. Thanks to Citrus for being the hype man. He really hyped us up for the match. Great captain. Shout out to Noah Fife for being such a great organ and having me.
Of course, again, congratulations on your win once again, a 3-1 win. You guys are looking like a team that is deserving to fight to go out of this group 3-0. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
As Crouton now, let's get into our next match. We're not even gonna take that much of a break. This next one, Golden Sports Golden Legion versus WashedFC. Again, no relation to Sporty FC, no relation to me. But again, a matchup for the Golden Cup here. Yes, that is the Golden Cup, named after the organization that is behind Golden Sports Legion. Golden Sports here.
Whole lot of gold going on, but I can tell you, based on what we just saw, especially with the eloquent godlesses we just talked to, gold is not what I would use to describe the level of play on the field. As you know, being gold rank in competitive Rocket League, we're seeing some pretty impressive stuff all the way around.
Yeah, of course. We're currently in week 4 of this of the Golden Cup, the week 4 of its season. As again, Golden Sports Golden Legion, WashedFC, both of them 3-0. They have not lost yet. You might know WashedFC better by the name of Macho Men. That was the original name they went for before obviously going for this newer one, this changed name. As I'm gonna get the info for these teams right now, and set up the lobby. As do I have you added on? I should have you added on Rocket League, right?
I'm not sure.
There you go. Maybe I've just added you now. No.
I don't see anything.
See, is that it? That might be it.
There we go. Yep. Gotcha.
Now some random person who named Croutondust just got a request from me. Some random other person named Croutondust. There's multiple people. You're popular. How do you feel? You're popular now. Everybody else is taking your name.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've got a lot of doppelgangers, I guess, during the just randomly spread throughout the Rocket League ranks. There's a bunch of Croutondusts.
I mean, hey, I don't know. That's probably a nice thing. I mean, I once had a guy who literally changed his profile picture. He was a Steam player. Changed his profile picture to be my face. So I've seen that kind of stuff before as well. As again, we're gonna make the lobby for them. Here, as again, it'll be a best of 5 for both of these teams for the Golden Cup. Again, tell me about it. Kind of the interesting part of this series. None of these teams have lost yet.
These are 2 undefeated teams here?
Yeah, they're both 3-0.
Well, that's definitely exciting coming in this one. That means, again, I think we talked a little bit at the very beginning of the stream, where we're going to be seeing 2 kind of powerhouse teams coming up here. I've also just noted for the first time, I don't know how I didn't notice this before, this is a 2v2 match. I haven't
It
got,
is.
I've only ever casted one other 2v2 match, period. So this is a pretty rare thing for me to see.
Well, be ready for a treat. 2v2s are fun. They're high powered, they're high paced, they're high offense. There's a reason why a lot of people consider 2v2 the best playlist in the game, and I'd be agreeing with that because it is just such a fun one to play. Because again, the pace, the place, the amount of speed and the amount of space you have is just so massive in a 2v2 series.
Oh, I absolutely agree. 2v2 is the, if I had a choice, I would only ever play 2v2. I would never even touch 3v3, but 3v3 is the standard league, unfortunately. So I do have to get a little bit of practice in on that.
Of course, it's hello Skillers, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you. As also during that interview, we had follows coming in from Godless and Sinva. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Again, big matchup here at GHE, Golden Sports, a partnered organization of mine. One of 3 organizations that I'm partnered with currently. And so far, I'm getting them on my stream a lot. And now a follow coming in from Skillers. Oh, there's Skillers. Hello, Skillers. Welcome in. Skillers, you recognize the voice of Crouton, I'm sure. Who is here with me right now, Croutondust. Introduce yourself to all the new people who have just joined the stream.
Yeah, for anybody just coming in, you just missed a really fantastic series. But I'm sure the next one you've made it just in time for will be just as fantastic. As Sporty said, I am Croutondust, and it's great to be back after, I believe, 166 days, I think you said, Sporty.
Yeah, again, introduce yourself. Tell us about it. Like, you know, you're not just casting on the stream. You have your own stream as well.
Oh yeah, no, I've got the Croutondust _ on Twitch. I do some Rocket League casting there. Not very often. It's pretty sporadic, few and far between my when I get to cast, but it's mostly PCS and Skyward series. But it is, like I said, other than that, it is really genuinely good to be back on some duo casting. It's pretty interesting to get back into it after, you know, knock some of the rust off.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree in anything to that because it is nice to have you here, joining the stream again. Next matchup coming here will be with both of these teams playing. As again, 3-0 for both of them. No loss just yet. In fact, I'm actually gonna pull up their schedules because you have their schedules as well. And we'll see just who they beat. And this is, I think, part of Tier 2. Yeah, this is Tier 2. Golden Legion has only dropped 2 games so far. They won against Venom Esports Pink 3-0. They beat GHE Premier in a forfeit win. Then they beat Golden Arrow Sports Midnight 3-2. Sorry, Golden Arrow Sports Midnight Purple. Then WashedFC, their 3 wins coming in against, where are they? There they are, against Venom Esports Green. They won 3-1. Valhalla Esports Asgard, who they won in a forfeit, and IFYB 3-0. So both these teams, as you can see, not getting, not becoming 3-0 easily. They have both lost some games.
However hard the road has been for them, they both are undefeated currently. Always a really big deal. Not many. I know. I can tell you just some of the matches I've been seeing recently for PS and Skyward. Being undefeated in any league is like, I think there's only 1 or 2 total in the leagues I've casted that are currently still undefeated. So coming in here 3-0 for both these teams is really, really impressive.
Yeah, but to say that way again, it's only week 4. There's 8 weeks in a season. Someone's going to have to lose tonight. We're going to find out who it is very soon. Again, make sure to vote, as Sinva has now just said in chat. Vote for who you think will win. You think it'll be Golden Eyes vs Golden Legion to continue the wins here for gold-colored teams tonight, or will WashedFC with their amazing logo? I love that logo, by the way. Of a washing machine. The perfect logo, by the way. Will they be able to take the win here and continue their amazing, amazing starts?
Well, I can give you an early kind of indicator here. If you ask chat who's going to win, currently, and hold on, just as I'm saying that, it got completely flipped. It was 1-288 on the prediction, but some points just came in for WashedFC. It's now 52-48% on the prediction.
Yeah, again, it's a popularity contest here, and right now, Golden Sports are the actual organization that run this league. It makes sense there's going to be a lot of their fans joining tonight, as we're going to be seeing GHE, Zach, Sinva, and Gold Dude. That's a strong roster. I don't know if you probably don't recognize those players, but Gold Dude, one of the owners of Golden Arrow Sports as well, so even more reason that they're going to get a lot of people here, as WashedFC Skiller's here trying to be the difference maker. That's why you saw that massive change in the prediction. Skiller's here, keeping it even now as it's 50-50 for both these teams. As WashedFC is actually currently winning the prediction polls because Skillers is putting literally everything on it.
Well, that was all one person that
it's Skillers who is doing that, actually. There's two different people who voted, but Skillers is literally put in over 5,000 points for WashedFC. He's got a lot of hope in this team.
I like the initiative there.
I have a feeling he's doing this just to defy them. He's just defying Golden Sports. I love that. I love the pettiness. As again, a follow also coming in from the Tuscany. Thank you so much for the follow. So many follows coming in. Again, we recently just beat 1,000 followers. So that's a great thing to celebrate here today. We hit it late last night. So again, thank you all so much. It was great. It was great for me to wake up and to then see, hey, I've hit 1,000 on Twitch.
Yeah, no, I'll give you a little bit of my personal experience here. Scrolling through your Twitch, I can't even see how many exactly, the exact number of followers. I can just see 1K. That's pretty good for you.
I think I can see it on my
good thing to wake up to, I suppose.
Yeah. Is as, let's see. Oh yeah, it doesn't even say that. As again, both these teams just waiting on them, but they're both here, so we'll be getting the stream started soon. Again, everybody, if you don't know Croutondust, go for support him as well. He's got a stream at Croutondust _. Come on, let's support them as now we wait for WashedFC to join. As soon as they're here, we'll get this series started again. It is not the last series of the night, but it'll be the last one with Croutondust. And after this, there's going to be a pretty long hiatus on the stream. And we'll be back very late for Invicta versus Dream Station Gold. So stick around for that action if you guys are able to do it. I know a lot of the people watching are US West, so for them, it'll actually be a pretty nice time for them.
Wow, there is a bit of a gap, like you said, on your schedule there.
As, oh my goodness, here comes some bits from Sinva. 5 bits. And with the chat message saying, how many more for you to rig the game in our way? How do I do that exactly?
I could tell you a way. They just had to get me to talk good about the other team. That's how you get it.
It seems like you've already convinced Crouton. And he's not even the one who's getting the bits.
That's right, yeah. I will call it straight down the line. No caster curse at all.
Well, now there's definitely going to be some. It's Chalona here. Interesting comment, Chalona. As again, we're now waiting for WashedFC. Sinval, you might already rig it in your favor because WashedFC are not in the lobby right now. We're waiting on them. I know they're here. I got a message from Carp. As there we go, got the message to Carp again. 2v2s. It's gonna be fun to see both these teams play. And again,
I am more than excited to see this too.
Yeah, me too.
I think it was earlier this month that I had a 2v2 match for the first time. So this is still like a pretty rare thing for me to see cast a 2v2. I imagine, like you said, it's just gonna be a lot faster, a lot more going on.
Well, yeah, the fun thing about the Golden Cup, though, is they're not just a 2v2 league, they're a 3v3 league, as they have a ton of teams in there. They actually have 3 different tiers in 3s, 2 and 2s, and they actually have a 1v1 league as well. 2 different tiers in that. So, they've got everything when it comes to standard Rocket League gameplay. And in fact, I've seen every single game mode play it on for the Golden Cup on this stream so far. So, again, it's really fun to see that diversity, because a lot of teams that are playing 2s are also playing 3s, and it's really interesting to see that, because you got weird matchups like we had recently where we had Golden Sports Red A versus Golden Sports Red B. That was a 3v3 team split up to be two teams of 2, and they played against each other in a 2v2 matchup for the league. So there are some fun matchups like that do happen.
Definitely sounds interesting when you get. I think during, again, I hate to keep going back to the old archives here, but during that Score for Europe, we saw plenty of the same organization going against each other. Always interesting when that happens.
Again, we are still waiting on Washed, as apparently they're playing a Snow Day game. That's an interesting warm-up. Have not heard people use Snow Day as a warm-up, but I mean, hey, whatever suits them. Chalona, who is in the chat right now, is a master at like extra modes. He's really good at them. I can't believe it.
That is an absolute flex to be playing Snow Day before a league match. That's a lot of confidence. I hope they come in here and play really well based on that. I'm a bit of a fan of Snow Day myself.
That's interesting.
I would never use that as a warm up though. They've either cracked the code and it's a genius move, or they've just got a lot of confidence.
And hey, it's not a bad idea. As oh, now Curly's in. Hello, Curly. Nothing much. It's me and Crouton here with a match coming up for GG Golden Legion versus WashedFC. You're joined in just in time to maybe get to see the series start, as we're waiting on Carp and Turks to join for WashedFC. WashedFC did go by the name of the Macho Men. They have now since changed that name and their logo. Love it. I love the new logo. It looks amazing. I have never seen someone use a washing machine as a logo before. We've seen everything, haven't we?
Such a quality washing machine too. Just look at the picture quality. It's like a stock image they got. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good picture. You know, Rocket League teams are known to get like really bad like images of objects for their logos. Whenever like they're like the ones trying to make it, like whenever the players are the ones who's trying to make it. Obviously, the players didn't make this one. I'm assuming because it looks very nice.
That would be some talent.
It would be if they make this. I think they might need to leave Rocket League and actually do that as a job.
Yeah. Change your career path. Get out of Rocket League and go into some kind of art.
Go into washing machine photography.
Yeah, there it is.
I've heard that the business is booming right now. As no, Skillers, it's not sponsored by Home Depot. We don't have a sponsor yet. Yeah, we don't have a sponsor on the stream yet. So, it would be interesting if we do. If I do get a sponsor, that would be. I'd be surprised if I get a sponsor on the stream. But
hey, you're 1K now. I wouldn't rule it out.
I mean, I'm always there. I'm always up for it. Sponsors are fun. Most I've ever been sponsored has been partnered organizations and tournaments. So, hey, Golden Irish Sports is a partnered org. So, it's you know I am in a way sponsoring them. So, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I have a sponsor. As we're gonna get the series started here, best of 5 for both of them. Again, Croutondust. It's been a great reunion. This is the final matchup of the night for you, at least. As again, it's Golden Legion versus WashedFC. A 2v2 here for the Golden Cup. Both these teams undefeated, but that will change in 5 games or less. Maybe 3 if this becomes a sweep. We'll see though how these start. It is Golden Legion on the orange, and WashedFC. Sorry, Golden Legion on the blue, WashedFC on the orange. As both these teams, game 1 will definitely be a bit of a feeling out phase for them.
Oh, definitely. Like we saw earlier in the very last series, that game 1 meant nothing in the long run. The game 1 is always, like you said, just feeling it out.
Oh.
A shot way wide. They're gonna have to rein that in after this game 1 as well. Get those shots a little more on net.
Yeah, it's off the back wall here. Early offense from Golden Legion, but that's the thing about twos like this. Even when it looks a bit precarious, it's usually because, again, there's only 2 players on defense. You can't commit as aggressively. You can't commit as aggressively to anything, and there's a commit. Sinva with the open score. And WashedFC, a bit disconjointed on their rotation, as Turks and Carp are not on the same idea there of what to do and who to go.
And just as you said, it's a little bit dangerous to commit too far on these 2v2s. See exactly why right there. First minute lead here for Golden Legion. Sidewall now. How do you say that name? Turks up on it quick, but didn't get a touch on it. Playing back a little bit off the back wall. Nobody home though, because of course it's a 2v2. What a turn though. Sinva, are you kidding me? I thought this play was dead. He turns it immediately. How does he catch this? Off the back wall.
Just a beautiful touch from Sinva. Yeah, I mean, like you, that was a really smart play from Sinva. I will say, of all names that you were questioning about, it's Turks' name and not Sinva's, which surprises me. I think, although none of these names are really all that complicated in all honesty. I mean, like literally one of them is a fish. So.
Oh yeah, Carp's an easy one.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Thank you, Carp.
Yeah,
when it's real words, it's really not. Yeah, it makes our jobs easier. Trust me. I think both of us can agree with this. We like being lazy as casters.
Oh, absolutely.
If we can do nothing, that'll make our lives easier. As Turks, what a 50-50! He is not doing nothing. He's putting in all the effort here to get a goal for WashedFC from the midfield.
Oh, we might be lazy, but Turks absolutely not. Up and over that last defender there, drops straight down and break out the TP. He's got a nice goal explosion there.
I got that goal explosion too. I should equip it as soon as the series is over, because I like that goal explosion. But again, goal here for WashedFC. And at least it's something against Golden Legion, who have, again, seem to be a little more threatening on offense so far, but we're only, in the start of game 1. Things definitely can and most definitely will change as Carp down the field. Zach will get back in time. This one will bounce off the corner. Now a pinch, going backwards. Turks will look for control. Sinva. Wasn't that Carp up the field. WashedFC trying to get some offense. Now they have to challenge Zach here in the corner. Carp will get the dunk in towards Sinva. Turks waiting back. It's now 2-on-1. Zach looking for the bump. Turks to jump. And he'll stop the 2v1 here with some impressive defense. And he'll score from it too. It's Turks. From defense to offense. He's done it all.
10 out of 10 for Turks on that whole play. He survives that 2v1. There's a bump coming. He had to jump just in time. He gets the save and immediately shoots it, fires it down the field. What a play for Turks, and he's immediately evened out this score. WashedFC not trailing anymore. It's back to 0-0 here.
The dunk from Turks towards Zach. Zach off the corner. Maybe a second touch. He'll get a play there against Carp, but ultimately still Golden Legion is attacking from afar. As it just feels like they're trying to slowly creep their way in towards this net, but as time goes on, so does the risk-taking challenges. And well, it's not a bad thing. I mean, they're going to have to take more risk the closer they are to the net. Ultimately, I just think they need a bit more decisive action on offense. Maybe a demos, that could actually be something that could really help them here. Because, again, it feels like them on offense, they're making progress, but it's just too slow. And all that can stop their play would be just one nice clear from WashedFC.
I have seen a couple bumps come in for Golden Legion so far. It's funny you say that they should be looking for. There should be some demos coming up on the field. There's been a couple sort of bump plays. You see Turks trying for something fancy there. Couldn't quite get it. Involved now with the ball. Turks is right, or Carp rather, is right there, almost in the net. What a save. Just barely. This one just high. Player coming. Nice over the top of Carp there.
Yeah, Zach, the captain of this team. Again, for Golden Legion, it feels like both these teams just kind of settling into this, but who's going to take the lead? Who's going to force the other? Do we go to overtime? That's a real possibility in this game, especially, again, with how these teams are still attacking. I would be doubtful to think that we wouldn't get any more goals this game. In fact, that almost drew there with that shot from Carp, but saved away. Sinva now breaks through that line of defense, but it will still be Carp to regain possession here for Washed as, again, now a minute left. Again, would be surprised if we don't see any more goals this game, but it's very possible we could be going to a game-1 overtime.
This is maybe one of the most evenly paced games I've ever seen. These two teams here, they're just one after the other. One player for Golden Legion touches it, and then WashedFC touches it. This one, Carp just barely able to save it away, but no good. Sinval able to clean that one up just in time. Just as I'm saying how evenly paced it is when we see a goal come in for Golden Legion.
I mean, it was still pretty evenly paced. Both these teams are matching each other. But again, it doesn't feel like any of them are really taking the initiative, taking that extra speed, trying to put in that bit of a risk. Because right now, it just feels like both of them are just trying to match each other. But no one here is wanting to take that extra little risk. But now, with the situation upon them, WashedFC are the ones that have to play that risk here in these final seconds. Infield for Turks to tie it. Saved by Sinva. Maybe open up the field, looking for Zach. Zach will just barely put it on. And it's another goal for Golden Legion. WashedFC had to play risky. And ultimately, an amazing counterattack from Sinva as he'll find Zach for that shot.
Unbelievable passing play there. Cuts it straight horizontal. Right to the waiting player. That's a textbook passing play. I don't think they could have done that any better if they tried. See, now they're still continuing some offense here. Great clear away for Sinval there. Way down into the orange territory and in. Sinval doesn't get to finish this one. It's just in. 4 goals on 6 shots for Sinval, by the way, if you're counting.
Yeah, he has been the stronger of the two when it comes to shooting. And while it's happening also, a good time to mention that Golden Sports has just joined. Thank you, Golden Sports Twitch channel, for the raid. Thank you. As again, we're watching Golden Legion playing against WashedFC. Golden Legion now have secured game 1 into the bags here. Both these teams currently 3-0. After today, that will change in some way or another. Both these teams want it to be a positive change, but that will only happen to one of them. Golden Legion, though, a really good start, as they'll take game 1.
I don't think they could have asked for a much better start than that. Of course, WashedFC got those 2 goals, but in terms of who really performed really well, you can see. Just look at the scoreboard, 800 and 700 for Golden Legion there, respectively, between the 2 players. That's incredible. What a first match.
As we'll be moving in towards game 2, let me quickly Mark that down. Again, it felt like, though, for that game, that both these teams were holding each other back. Even Golden Legion, who have gotten 5 goals. It felt like until that final minute when WashedFC had to overcommit, it just felt like both these teams were trying to match each other and not actually be the ones to take that initiative. I really think this game, one of these teams has to take the initiative, and if it's any team to do it, it has to be WashedFC.
Yeah, the match, like we mentioned, it was like a metronome, just back and forth for a while. But all of a sudden, just Golden Legion just opened the floodgates and running over WashedFC. We'll see if Turks immediately off the. Ooh, I thought in the first 10 seconds Turks would slot that one, but just barely off the post. Ruins Turks' day on that one.
Still chances though. Turks though with a miss here. Carp having to dribble this. Maybe a flick. He's getting challenged from behind by Sinva. Zach with a clear. Turks, mistouch, but a bump on Sinva. Carp to the open net, and even though he has no boost, the bump created everything.
Couldn't have asked for a better opening here. You just look at the bump there, great bump, but credit to Turks. He puts that one really awkward for the whole of Golden Legion there, and then of course that bump just sealed it. Great play there for WashedFC to take I would say it's an early lead, 30 seconds in.
Yeah, that's a pretty early lead, I would say as well. WashedFC with the lead in this game. Of course, there's still time for them here for Golden Arrow Esports Legion. But a miss there, Turks. Now finds an opening. Pinch. Looking for Carp. Carp could shoot this. Not faster than Zach. As off the sidewall, Sinva jumping. They touch away, but won't be able to follow it before Carp's shot. Saved by Zach. Right now, Golden Arrow Esports Golden Legion just kind of sitting back, letting the play come to them, but now an issue as Turks walks in field. And WashedFC, they just kept attacking until somebody found themselves on a 1v1. And Turks, I mean, he used the most of it.
Are you kidding me with that one? Turks absolutely baits that like a fisherman. He yanks it the last second. Fantastic play for Turks there. WashedFC up 2 now, 2-0. Not what you'd expect if you saw game 1. They're playing very well. Out of Carp now. Good save away by Carp. Or Zach back on this one, but over the top for Carp. What a 50. Turks on the shot. Shot in for Turks. I was worried that one wouldn't quite make it. Look at WashedFC go.
Yeah, but look at the Carp. The dunk was incredible. What really, made me notice was that bump there on Sinval. Yeah, as you said, the shot wasn't amazing. It was well placed. Didn't have a lot of power though, and so that bump was necessary for that goal. Carp paving the way for his team for more success, but Golden Legion looking to answer right back off the kickoff. Zach downfield. All he has to do is finish it. There we go. Golden Legion will find a score right off the kickoff.
They put themselves on the board here. You saw the backflip for Zach, possibly a tactical one, as he just waits out that ball. Carp had no chance getting back to that one anyway. That was just a really unfortunate face-off from WashedFC. Golden Legion more than happy to take advantage of that one. Face-off, here's another one. This one in the favor of Golden Legion again, off the back wall though, this shot.
Yeah, Golden Legion. With that one goal, can that help propel them further so far in this game? Again, I asked who's going to take the initiative. As we see right now, WashedFC doing exactly that, finding ways to break through Golden Legion, but Golden Legion not out of it. Still easily enough time for them here to come back off the sidewall. Sinva is trying to get that little touch past Turks, but now Zach in field, no one waiting. Turks will look towards Carp. Carp will get past one. Sinva waiting back. He's got to get the save there. Now with a low boost. This is where WashedFC can put on a vice grip.
And it is awkward defense now for Golden Legion. That demo comes through. That's going to make things even worse. Carp over the top. Good respawn there for Zach. He's already on the ball. This one rocketed to the corner. Turk's already up on it. Awkward touch there. Could be disastrous. This one going center. Definitely awkward, but Turks, you can't beat Turks on that back wall. Good double down the field as well. Zach back all alone. It's a 1v1. Good on Zach for getting that one through.
I mean, Turks didn't have any boost. It wasn't like he had many options for himself there. Best he could have done was force a 50-50. As now, still the ball for WashedFC. As, again, they find ways to beat this first defender so fluently with one of the players. And that's also a good amount of chances where they get 1v1s, 2-on-1s. That's where you want to be on offense, because those are the situations that you can win.
Might see another. Oh, I was gonna say might see another 1v1, but there's a bump coming in. I don't know if you saw the WashedFC going for a.
I saw that. I saw the. Oh, I saw the bump on Carp as well from the bump attempt from Carp there. As again, Golden Legion right now just trying to play a game of keep up here. Carp looking in field. Zach will clear it away. Golden Legion have been stopped in many different sides of the field here, but now with a chance, it's Zach. Turks will clear it, preventing offense from Golden Legion, but still, here they come. Carp will clear, and Golden Legion back to square zero.
Got down at the net, not quite in. Zach clears it away anyway. Good clear there, but Turk's already on it, right back in. Sinval now to touch it. Awkward, but good clear up to midfield. Carp in a bad way here. Sinval's got the boost and the ball, but Carp waits it out beautifully. He stalls himself out in the air. Good weight there. Here's Zach across the net and in for Sinval. I didn't think it was going to get through. That is 2 now for Golden Legion.
WashedFC, look at that bump on Carp. That one also bumps out Turks, and give credit to Zach for that creativity. I don't think he thought when he went for that bump that it was going to create that opportunity for them, but they jumped on it so quickly as well. And now only 1 away. Slowly, Golden Legion have been clawing their way back into relevancy in this game.
Off the face
as soon as that happens, though.
I was going to say, he didn't even need to finish the shot. He just lets this one fall in.
You know, Crouton, it's usually you who cast the curses. It's me now.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, it did just come right off a goal. Quick-off goals are not uncommon in 2v2s. Again, there's only 2 of them. Yeah, as the second part, you start to really kind of guesstimate a little bit on where the ball is actually going to go. You have to have a lot of trust in your teammate for that situation. As now WashedFC looking for the ball out of their own half. Not running on high boost totals. Zach playing the dribble game. He's trying to get that touch up around his Carp, but you know, Golden Legion, chance, Sinva. Was looking maybe for a flip reset there. Zach towards the back wall. Was looking for a pinch, but instead it flops its way towards the middle of the field. Turks, back wall. No one there, and a clear from Golden Legion. They had time on that one. And now they've just given away all possession. The dunk, though, could create something. It's Zach, not on. Follow-up shot, staved away by Turks. Sinva, last back. Turks will go up and over him. Zach will still save it, but Golden Legion now have spent too much time on defense. And it will be WashedFC to tie the series up 1-1.
You saw some great defense for WashedFC. We're seeing some good offense here. This one, oh, I thought that was for sure in. Carp had plenty of control on that one. This hasn't touched the ground yet. There we go. I want to point out that defense for WashedFC, specifically Turks on that kind of last 30 seconds, played some fantastic defense. Held out that lead. That's all you can really ask for.
Yes, we're going to move to game 3 here. A decisive game. Crouton, the importance of DFH Stadium and best of 5s cannot be understated.
Oh, this is do or die now for WashedFC. Or, no, sorry. No. It is do or die for the whole. You know, you're taking pole position in this series. You know, when you get to this stage,
everybody,
it's always
in chat. Make sure to
tense.
spam what a save on that one. What a save! Crouton just saved himself there. Yeah, as you said, and what you totally meant to say. Yeah, game 3 is important because winner of this will take match point. And with how both these teams have looked, again, it really is just who is going to play a little more energetic, a little more risk, and take a few more risks than the other. Last game was washed. First game, it was Golden Legion in that final minute. We'll see which team is willing to do that here in this one, as I think that's going to be the real difference maker, or which team will progress through.
Oh yeah, big time momentum match, as I so eloquently put just a few seconds ago. This one down to Zach, looking for a shot in, but the defense for WashedFC good at midfield on that one. Sinval now has full control on that one, but Turks up on that back wall immediately booms it out. This one on, it's in for Carp. Turks off that side wall. You got to give credit on this big time clear off the back wall. Way downfield, and Carp with that shot. Fantastic.
Turks' clear was perfect. It was so powerful. And what's crazy is that's not the first time he's done that so far this series. Now, it hasn't really led to a goal, but he is just so strong at keeping the back ball away from Golden Legion. Golden Legion tried to use it as a weakness in Game 1. Now, as we're seeing adaptations here, as now a dunk, Doomsday dish from Zach. Oh, I thought he got a dunk on the end of that one, but a Doomsday dish here. And the place where he started it was from the corner. A rare place to start a Doomsday dish, but I mean, that is just how you do it. I still get to the ball in time to slot it around that back post. Golden Legion now immediately tied up. It's 4:20 on the clock here. As the kickoff up, Zach going. Won't be able to beat out Carp. But this tie-up game might be maybe a helpful hint about these teams, as both of them, again, trying to one up the other here in pace of play.
The rug got pulled right out from under WashedFC, trying to set up some momentum there off that first goal. Turks gets a 50 across. I think Sinval got the better of that one. Here's Carp now. A little awkward. Zach under it. Carp's still on it. Good touch there. Sinval's way up on this one. Good touch into the corner. Carp's still chasing. Grabs that boost. They might be starved out here as Turk sends it across. Clear away. Sinval, good heads up touch there at midfield. Continues the play straight down to Zach. This one not on the net, but a possible double coming in. Turks won't let it happen though. Good defense.
As Golden Legion so far, really utilizing each other there to transition upfield. If they can do that more and more, we're going to start to see them find ways to really infiltrate basically any team in this league, not just a team like WashedFC, but any team. If you have good enough team plays, even in 2v2s, it will be helpful. As, speaking of team plays, it's Turks to Carp, and this will be a go-ahead goal for WashedFC, as Turks just ran and won the race of the ball and in that corner boost there, with Zach just following right behind.
Got caught in the corner there, did Golden Legion. Not the best place to be. I think there was a respawn there that might have bunched them up, unfortunately. Here's Turks. I'm talking about the last play. Turks is trying to make a play right now. Sent across. Sinval, great double there, but Carp's already on it. Carp gets the 50 win. Incredible 50 there. Trying to continue some offense. Shot is in for Carp. It was definitely on, but it was a question of if Zach could get there or not. This one in. WashedFC find themselves with a 2-goal lead now.
And that shot from Carp, perfect. I mean, Zach was so close. He got a touch on that one in the end. That shot had to be well placed. It had to be powerful. And it had both. Carp here, now extending WashedFC's lead to 2. Because again, they want to be that team that has the advantage. Zach dunks by Turks. That will make it free. As WashedFC with an early challenge catch Golden Legion off guard.
Look at that. Look at the cut shot there from Turks. And the shot placement for WashedFC, I'm noticing, has been really great the whole way through. If they can get a shot on the net, it's usually a pretty tough one to save. This face-off in WashedFC's favor. Here's Turks off the sidewall on it. A little too much on that touch across. Carp waiting for it in midfield. This one goes straight to Zach, though, all the way to the corner. Sinval chasing it down like a madman. Sent across, but the demo, no good. Zach gets taken off the field. Nobody home to pick that one up. Here's Turks. Plenty of boost. A flip reset. I don't know if he got the flip or not.
I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it, which surprised me. I thought for sure he had all 4 wheels on that, but he did not get the flip on that one. You can generally tell when a player gets a flip reset just by kind of how their car moves. As now down the field, this is a slow one. Sinval's just missed. Zach, you know he'll be jumping for it. Hard pass to get the ball away. Now bumped. This is where Golden Legion can start to really press on offense, but they need to make the most of a situation like this. As now Sinval up high. Zach on. Turks will beat him out. Sinval trying to hold control. It's Turks back towards his own corner. Sinval beating out Carp. Still a little touch from Carp will prevent an immediate aggression here. And now Zach stopped by Carp. Sinval back and forth for both these teams, as no one can rightfully own the midfield. Zach. Now it's Carp. Slowly but surely, WashedFC are making their way downfield, and it's Carp. He did it on one side of the field. He'll do it on the exact other. Back post, it's perfection.
That midfield was an absolute battlefield for a while. Back and forth in the midfield, and Carp just barely finds his way through and gets that on an awkward last defender there. Man, that's some good midfield play. I always like to see a strong midfield presence from both teams. It was definitely there. Turk on this one immediately gets through Sinval. This one just opened for Turks. Zach will be back, but not in time. Turks with a 6th on the board for WashedFC. In position for a Brazil here is WashedFC. This has been brutal for Golden Legion.
Golden Legion had a good start, but ever since then, it's been WashedFC to continue going, and now it looks like they're gone and have split from the rest of the pack. As again, a 6-1 lead. The question now is not if they'll win this game, but by how much.
That's definitely the case. I don't think a 5-goal comeback is very likely, especially with how WashedFC's playing. That's no slight to Golden Legion, but WashedFC, I'll try it for a 3rd time there, has been incredible this whole match. This one almost in for him again. Carp collects it. Good 50, a backwards 50 on Zach there. This one sent back across.
Oh my goodness.
Might just be in.
I thought that 50-50 was going to go in all honesty. I mean, it almost hit the post. Still, WashedFC enjoying the fruits of their labor. Their offense has been strong, but now a bit of an overcommit. Zach, though, has no boost. Turks will 50-50. Zach, you saw him go for the 50-50 sideways there. He's trying to set it up for his teammate behind him. But ultimately, I mean, they pushed up the 50-50. They couldn't get the follow-up touch, and Turks would now the other way will make it 7-1. And Croutondust, if you packed up your suitcase, it was going to Rio.
Well, I was wondering if the Brazil would fall, and I was worried for WashedFC for a second. I didn't know if they had some crazy recovery speed. You saw Turks get back just in time. I thought for sure Golden Legion had that open net. Unfortunately, the Brazil does come through. Well, unfortunately for Golden Legion, obviously. If you're WashedFC, you're celebrating, you're partying in the street. That is a brutal match here for Golden Legion. It's still not over. We can still see some more for WashedFC. Here's Carp starting some offense. Zach back all alone. Good clear, though. He booms this one. No, wait a minute. Turks has got to make a play here. Doesn't get it. Sinval has had this one on net, but what a save. Are you kidding me? Turks, the hero.
As you can see, Harp's just going to let this drop here. WashedFC, do we see another series where the team that loses the first game will now win 3 straight? And like that's looking very likely now.
If I had money, I'd be putting it down on WashedFC right now. They are playing lights out. If you couldn't tell based on the Brazil, they're playing very well right now.
Again, yeah, maybe we have another matchup that goes to 4. We'll see. Though if we maybe get Champions Field, that will require a win here from Golden Legion. As Sinval's left, they are going to bring in their sub, Gold Dude, by the looks of it. Again, they have a sub. That's one of the benefits they have. They have a 4th player for situations like these where they need to get a change. Nope, Sinval's back. It maybe changes car. I thought they're going to bring in Gold Dude because he's their sub, but obviously I am mistaken.
They're definitely going to need to be looking at maybe some advanced strats. Hopefully he shows up in a Scarab. That usually works for a certain team that I cast a lot. If they show up in a Scarab, it's game over. But they're going to need a lot to climb the mountain.
What team is that?
WashedFC right now.
What team is that plays in the Scarab so often?
That is Nobu Specials. Dub on Nobu Specials always
Puska's
shows up
team.
in a Scarab.
Yeah, they are. That sounds like the team that would do that.
Yep.
Yeah, if I know Puska, that definitely is what he would do. You're not wrong
Yep.
about that. He definitely would do that. As we're gonna go into game 4, no Scarabs on the field here, just Octane hitboxes. As here we go.
Octane there for Sinval.
Yeah. Speaking of that white Octane, it will hit the post. I was gonna say it was gonna score the first goal of this game, but so close there for Golden Legion. But again, a good start in this game at the very least, as they know what's on the line.
A little bit of a miscommunication, I think, with Sinval and Zach there. They kind of cut off the shot, and now Turks is taking full advantage of it. Didn't quite get over the top of Zach. Great touch there by Zach, and he's still following it. Shot down indefinitely in. What a play.
I can't believe it. Look at this from Zach. He goes up with it. He gets bumped along the way, and he says, nah, I still got this. And that final touch, like, it's not just a touch that is going to solidify a goal. No. That was a real shot there. He had to make that touch. I can't believe it. He got bumped, and he still kept going with the flow. A great play there. Improvisation there from GHE Zach. And that will be an impressive start to the game here for Golden Legion.
I think with that one, Golden Legion might have just kicked down the door. They've got some momentum coming here. Here's Sinval. Big time clear here. Carp's all over it, but loses that 50 in a pretty bad way. Sinval's still there for it. Defense pretty strong for WashedFC, though. No shot can come through for Zach. A little bit of a team bump there. Hopefully they can clear this one away. Sinval's still on it. Good. Ooh, didn't get the boost, actually. I was going to say good boost grab. Didn't quite get it. Back pass from Sinval. Zach up. Oh, there's a good boost grab. He's got it. He's got full possession here. Might see another miracle play. No good, though.
Yeah, that air dribble, unlike the last one, was extremely low to the ground, and as such, WashedFC will not have an issue stopping it. Speaking of Zach, though, here's a chance at redemption. You know what he's going for. Going for the play, the solo. But again, it's just too low. Now Carp will clear. Zach, once again, being persistent. Golden Legion, not wanting to give up any inch of space here, but I mean, now they do. What a dunk from Turks! And Sinvar didn't know the true gravity of the mistake he made there. It will be Turks to score. Sinvar didn't get the flick off at the right time, and Turks will put that one off of him and in.
I think the word you just used is the perfect word, gravity. That has absolutely sent Golden Legion's momentum crashing down to the ground off of that one. They were riding high off of that first goal, but of course Turks smacks them right back down to reality. This one's sent across. No shot yet. Zach to clear it. A lot of boost, sends it way across. It's over to Sinval, but the shot doesn't connect.
And now, back the other way. Wash, something that I've noticed from them is their ability to just shoot in the corners. Again, we saw it last game. We saw them score a couple goals that way. And that kind of ability from them is really scary. Also, this one is what a pinch from Carp, but that one just wide. Now will be cleared back by Zach. Sinvar towards the back wall, infield. Carp will look for an outplay. Turks on top of it. Off the sidewall, Zach still challenging. Again, this Golden Legion team is trying to give no space whatsoever to WashedFC. They know that WashedFC are a team that work well with the space. They need to, but they're trying to cut it down as much as possible, obviously, though. At some point, something will break for them. And it will come from Carp here, as he'll get two 50-50s. Both players committed, but Sinva beaten by Turks. Turks now, maybe a shot. That one is weak. It'll be off the sidewall where Zach can clear it back. 2 minutes remaining, still only 1 goal for each team, but glimpses, and we could see another one coming very soon.
Zach has been a major issue for WashedFC so far, just cutting through them in the air. It's become somewhat of a freestyle lobby. I don't know if you saw the attempt Carp went for a little bit earlier. We're seeing some mechanics come through. Here's a Doomsday possibility, but not quite the shot in. So for Sinval, I was ready to move on to the next play, but Sinval said, no thanks. I'll take a goal here off the assist from Zach. Sends it right across.
Yeah, that assist wasn't what Sinva wanted. He wanted one that was a little lighter, a little bit easier for himself, but he will still make do with what he has. It's still a nice pass there from Zach. It wasn't perfect, but again, it will do. That's really all they care about now. 2-1. They have the lead as they have stopped FC on the offense. WashedFC, last game, were free to do whatever they wanted on offense. Now with this much more persistent challenge game from Golden Legion, we're seeing WashedFC finding more roadblocks in their path to the blue side of the field.
Golden Legion definitely are looking very good right now. Not only on the scoreboard, but I think they've got a pretty good handle on this one so far, just possession-wise. This one, see, look at that. Turks could not get a clean clear there. Sinval was all over it. I think they're making a lot of those little positional kind of decisions that are really putting them over the top. Speaking over the top, Sinval right over the top of that defender on that one.
Yeah, and I think the player to talk about when it comes to those challenges is Zach right now. GHE Zach. He is just challenging everything. He is literally only the first man for this team. He has not wanted to rotate back at all. He wants to stay upfield as much as possible, and he'll get the save there. Now he can clear it away. Zach, Sinva up in support. Couldn't get the bump on Carp, but still just wasting out some time here as Turks' touch, not strong. Sinva back. Sinva will go in. Carp trusted Turks, and unfortunately in this play, that will come back to bite him.
And this is a crazy amount of resiliency for Golden Legion. They had 2 rough games back to back, a really rough game with that Brazil as well. They come into game 4 like this, they refuse to give up, and they're playing better than ever. You really got to give credit to Golden Legion. They refuse to back down, and they're playing incredibly well. Only 35 seconds now for them to hold on to this 2-goal lead. They're doing a pretty good job of it too.
Yeah, only 1 goal so far for WashedFC. Again, last game, they were able to score 7. Shows you just how much their offense has been suffocated here. As now back, Zach using all his boost to go for it. Sinva, gonna waste out time, but only allow Turks. He was looking for Carp, but the teammate was not on the same page. Still though, Turks, flip reset, can use it, will go for it. Pinch save by Zach. And that was all WashedFC had left in them. We will be going to Champions Field, except one. No, it won't be. We'll hit the ground right before the net. We almost saw an incredible pinch goal.
I mean, have the tables turned or what on that one? Golden Legion completely shut Turks and Carp down. Almost, they got the 1 goal, but almost entirely shut them down. You go from 7 goals to 1 goal, and in the course of just a 60-second interim between the 2 matches. Golden Legion have stepped up something big.
Yeah, they truly have. They have been... This is a different Golden Legion. A Golden Legion that's not willing to sit back, let the play happen in front of them. No, this is the Golden Legion that wants to play, that wants to control what's going to happen in front of them. And again, the way they're doing it is these aggressive early challenges. They are taking away any chance WashedFC have to go for a solo play, because they know as long as they can early challenge correctly, even if they don't connect on the challenge, it will still be enough for WashedFC to lose their chance upfield.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Golden Legion have discovered something here, and they're using it to great effect. Coming into this last match now, I can tell you, now it's do or die for WashedFC. I was talking in future tense earlier when I totally didn't make a mistake earlier.
No, Crouton making a mistake? When would that ever happen? I feel
No,
like he's not
that's
ever cast
impossible.
across the teams.
Now it's truly do or die for both teams.
Yeah, both teams now, game 5. And reminder, this is to keep a perfect season. Both these teams, very likely that we might see them in the playoffs, but playoffs are very tough. There's, I think, 10 teams in this grouping, and only the top 4 will actually make it. So you really got to be consistent. So wins like these can really help you, especially when it means when playoffs are something that the teams are starting to think about as we're heading nearer and nearer to the latter half of the season.
Oh yeah, no, and like you said, this is kind of a really big match for both these teams. One of these teams is going home tonight, losing their perfect season, and it very well might be Golden Legion. They've got an open net, and Carp slots it easy. 4 minutes 35 seconds to find out which team will be going home with a bit of a frown on their face as they lose their perfect season. WashedFC looking to recapture that mid-series hype they had as Golden Legion has battled their way back. They've done a fantastic job of kind of cleaning up those mistakes and getting the offense of their own going after that Brazil. A lot of resiliency, but they're gonna have to show off some of that resiliency right here. Here's Sinval. Doesn't need resiliency when you've got mechanics. Can't quite get that one in.
Yeah, the question now for Golden Legion is, can they recreate game 4 here when the pressure is on? When they know that this is the game, another game that they have to win, when they know it's Champions Field, when they know that WashedFC have in some way learned what they're trying to do. And Golden Legion continue that same kind of play style, because if they can, they'll be seeing a very close battle to the end. If they can't, this could very well be game 3 all over again. As Carp now trying to beat his way through the players slowly, but now cleared back away by JG Zach. Turks holds it close to him. Maybe a solo play. Sinva's going to challenge this. Back wall for Carp. And Carp will look to follow this one up. Maybe just get a shot on. Zach will hold it. Going towards his corner. We'll get the boost along the way. Now up towards the midfield. Sinva's there, but Zach couldn't get his pass out as he wanted to. And now it's WashedFC on offense, as they're going to try to hold it for as long as they possibly can.
Oh yeah, WashedFC's trying to get something going. I feel like that they're a little bit more reserved than usual, but then again, look at them. They're both past the midline.
Oh.
That shot off for Carp. That's heartbreaking. WashedFC could have been up 2 by that point. Carp just forgets the glasses on that shot, I think. This one cleared away now. Zach, he's got a lot of room. Carp's up on it, though. Great touch to the corner. Zach's already there, though. We're going to return it down. A possible pass attempt, but the pass didn't come through. Now Sinval will get a touch on it, and Carp is in a bad way in net. Good bump there. Turks cleans that one up. Removes the danger. Here's Zach right back on it. It is player to player right now. There is no dead space.
Yeah, there's no real like long stretches where one player just has the ball forever. Everybody's gonna get themselves involved in this game some way or another. They are all probably in that mentality and that they can be the difference here. So far, the difference has been Carp's single and only goal. As Golden Legion trying to find one back. Upfield, Turks! I think he was looking for a pass attempt there, but it just couldn't connect. His touch was a little too strong. As now Golden Legion will get the ball away. Sinva with nothing. 50-50 will still help out Golden Legion, though. They have offense and something that they can hope to be successful in, because so far this game, yeah, it's WashedFC who look like they're faring just a little bit better under this pressure.
WashedFC is holding strong so far, and they're not just holding. This shot is going in. Unfortunate. That's heartbreaking for Golden Legion. Turks gets this one in. I don't know exactly if this one would have been on without this touch here.
It definitely it was close. It might actually have not been. I can't see from my angle.
I think it would have posted out, but
no.
that's just down to nerves. You can't fault Zach on that one. You have to make a touch there. Your body won't let you leave that one to go in the net. Redemption here is Zach. Possibly down to Sinval. The pass attempt is good and in. What a passing play.
And what a shot on top of that. Sinva really didn't have a lot of the net to shoot on there. I mean, Carp, he did his best to cover as much of it as possible, and he was actually favoring the correct side that they were shooting on. He guessed the right direction, and he still put it in. Perfect shot there. Exactly what Golden Legion needed at this exact moment, but they don't want that. That's a kickoff goal right back the other way. Who cares if Golden Legion scored if WashedFC can score right back?
Oh man, again, the rug gets pulled right out from under them. That's twice now in the series when they've done something fantastic, and it's immediate reaction from WashedFC to send them right back down to earth. Your heart's got to go out to them. They make these incredible miracle plays, and then it's just a face-off goal to back them back down to earth. Here's a great 50, this one. Sent back to midfield. Turks is on it, looking for a back touch. Can't quite get it. Things are looking awkward now for Golden Legion as they're a bit flat-footed on the defense here, up the back wall. This one down. Good touch there. Really, really pressure. A lot of pressure on that touch. He made a good touch there.
This still goes in field. WashedFC will challenge that. Turks going back. Needs to be careful with Sinball and Zach both there waiting on top of him. Golden Legion, a demo! That will get rid of the offense as WashedFC have employed a couple demos so far this game to remove that offense from Golden Legion. Now off the back wall. Zach gets the dunk. We'll go back towards Turks though, and he has the boost to use this. Sinball challenge. Turks will win it. Now potential for a shot. Zach will get bumped along the way, but again, more importantly, he'll make sure that there's no goals here. But I mean, Golden Legion, they need goals, they need offense, and so far this game, WashedFC are just holding control of it. And while it's not a high-scoring game for them, I mean, they are still just making sure that the pace of play is under their grasp.
You've got to think WashedFC are counting the seconds. 26 seconds now as we're talking. Every second that ticks off, it's bad news for Golden Legion. They've got to get something going, but look at the pressure right back in. WashedFC not letting them off their own half. Zach with a big clear there, but Carp way up on it. Nobody home now. If there could be a shot opportunity here, a double possibly in. The angle is good for Carp, and that is good night Golden Legion. I have to think in 10 seconds.
WashedFC, I mean, they've been more successful this series at holding possession. Game 5, I think this is a really good example of just how well WashedFC have played in controlling the game. Sure, it went to Game 5, but ultimately, when it comes to asking who is better at holding the pressure, holding the ball, it has to be WashedFC. They've just been the better team at that.
Seeing a little bit of shenanigans happening in the chat as you saw the GG pop up, and immediately they pay for that one. They cut the lead in half, but with 8 seconds, I don't know how. It's 4 seconds a goal. I don't know if it's possible. We'll see though. The door has definitely been open, but not with a face-off like that.
Maybe one more goal here for WashedFC. Zach's gonna see if he can get one back here for them, but yeah, it doesn't matter if he scores or not, he won't. WashedFC will take the series 3-2, and in what is a slower, but still, you could a pressure-filled Game 5, but ultimately, WashedFC, they held the pace, they controlled the game.
I think you could really feel Golden Legion's desperation as the minutes turned to seconds there at the end. You could feel them just hunting it. Could not get around WashedFC though. Huge credit and congratulations, of course, to WashedFC for keeping their undefeated streak, but they had to battle for it.
Yeah, they really did. WashedFC now will stay undefeated. They're going to be now 4-0 in their season. Golden Legion, they're going to drop to 3-1, but still, with how well both these teams look, they're looking very well ready for the playoffs. As again, I might buy it as well on 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 10 teams in this grouping. Again, top 4 will make it out, so you got to play not just well, but super well to get yourself outside of, into that top 4. And both these teams right now, even though Golden Legion lost, they still look like a team that could make top 4.
Oh yeah, no, with a performance like that against the now completely undefeated WashedFC, I think Golden Legion is looking very good going forward.
As again, big win here for Golden Legion. Crouton, since you've been here, do you have anything that you want to say again for your return back to the Sportia stream?
I mean, nothing in particular. It is. I said this probably 4 times by now, but it's definitely good to be back and knock some of that rust off for the duo casting. It has been a while. Again, you have the exact figure, 160 days. I think you said it was
166. Yep.
Always a little bit of a different feeling than the solo cast that I'm used to.
It is. It always is. Again, thank you so much for joining. Congratulations to both the teams that won. And again, like one last look at that schedule here for tonight. Again, well, this will be end of the stream for now. Stick around. I will be live again later tonight with Invicta Esports versus DreamStation Gold. We'll see which caliber of the teams here are better, the gold teams or the non-gold teams. That's the question we have. Do the gold teams win 2 out of 3, or are we finding that gold may not be the best color suited for them? You'll see about that soon enough. An arbitrary question, though. It doesn't matter. But again, thank you so much for joining Croutondust. Is there any shoutouts, any last messages that you want to say to the stream?
No, like I said, nothing in particular, but it was definitely fun to be back. Thanks everybody for the warm welcome here as I kind of had to make myself familiar with the old duo casting again. And of course, thanks to Sporty for having me back on.
It's always a pleasure, man. It's always fun to have you joining me here, as we will be ending the stream outright again. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you all so much for being supportive. Thank you all so much for the raids by Golden Hour Esports, by Cobra Warrior, and by Me Is Cool. We had a ton of raids here this stream. For a shorter stream, that's pretty fun. But again, thank you all so much for that. As, again, amazing nights of Rocket League. And again, thank you, Crouton, for joining me. I mean, ultimately, you had a choice to join, and you decided to take it. And hey, I'm really happy to have you back, man. It will be fun. And this will not be the last time that I'll be with you. We're gonna be on your stream soon enough.
Yeah, no, there's some fun stuff coming up.
Yes, there will be. Again, thank you all so much for joining. Have an amazing rest of your night. Take care. Be well. And again, I'll see you next time on the Sportiest stream. Have an amazing rest of your night.